All right, good morning, friends. We are going to go back to using our number line. So I'm going to ask you to make sure that you have your number line and that you have this worksheet for this morning. Okay, this is our teeny tiny Garden Friends worksheet, and I'm going to ask that you have a number line. I attached it to the email to moms and dads this morning in case you couldn't find one of the 4 number lines that I've given out to you, so that you have them, okay? Because I want you to use them this morning when we're trying to solve our problems, okay? All right, so if you need to pause and go get a number line, go do that. Pause me and then come back to me, okay? All right. So this morning we are going to solve our problems in our teeny tiny Garden Friends picture. What we're going to do is we're going to use the picture to answer our addition problems down at the bottom. But first we have to go on a search of our different critters or creatures in our garden. The way we're going to do that is we're going to color code. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to pick up your red crayon. And down here it has an ant listed first. So let's color in our ant red. Okay, we're going to color in our ant red. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to search our garden for just the ants right now, and we're going to color them in red, okay? So search the garden. I see one here, and you can work ahead of me if you already find them. I'm just going to show you where I'm seeing them. I see one down here, and let's look, and do you see another one somewhere else? Up on the flower, good. All right, so let's go, and in the box right next to the ants, how many ants did we find? We found 1, 2, 3. So let's go ahead and write our 3 right there next to our ants, okay? All right, let's go right across. This looks like a fly. Let's make him green, okay? So let's color in our fly green, okay? Now let's go up to our garden and let's find all of our flies. Okay, I see one over here. Okay, oh, I see another one down here on the ground. I see one over here. Up, and I see one up here. Okay, and there's one flying up here, good. All right. So now let's go and count how many flies we found. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's put our 5 right next to our fly guy, right? All right, next we have our bee. Let's take our yellow and let's color in our bee there. Okay. And let's find our bees on our picture, okay? I see one here. Okay. Oh, I see a bee up here. I see a bee over here. Okay. And I see a bee down here. All right. So let's count how many bees we've found. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's put our 4 right there for our bees. Okay. Our butterfly. Okay. Let's count. Let's color our butterfly. Rennie's trying to do this so it's a little bit easier to hold. All right. Let's color our butterfly purple. Okay. And let's search out our butterflies. They're pretty big. There's one. You have to look really carefully too. Okay. And then there's 2, right? Over here. All right, let's look carefully. Do we see any more butterflies anywhere? Any more butterflies hiding anywhere? No, those are the middle of the flowers. Those would be very, very tricky, but I don't believe those are butterflies. Those are the middle of our flowers. Okay, let me double check that. Yeah, those are the middle. That's the middle of the flowers. That's a little tricky one right there. There and there. It looks like they might be, but they're not butterflies, okay? So we're going to leave those not. All right. So let's count. How many butterflies do we have? We have 1, 2. We have 2 butterflies, okay? Then we have our ladybug. And we already colored our ant red, so let's use orange for our ladybugs. All right, and let's find our ladybugs. We have to color them first before we can count them, right? Okay, let's look carefully and see if we find a ladybug. Oh, I found one on the flower. Okay, do we see any more? I didn't see any more. All right, so how many ladybugs do we have? We have 1. Very good. And our last one is our grasshopper. And let's use blue for him since we already used green for the fly. All right, so let's color in our grasshopper. All right, so let's go and let's see. How many grasshoppers do we have? All right, I see one here. Okay, do you see another one? Very good, up here. All right, so how many grasshoppers do we have? We have 2. Very good. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the bottom, and they are asking us how many in all of each of these. So the first one they want us to look at is they want us to look how many ants. So let's color our ant in red because those are what we're looking for. And how many bees. Let's color in our bee yellow. All right, so we're looking for our ants and our bees. Okay, so let's get our number line out. Okay, how many ants did we say we had? We had 3 ants. So let's put our finger on, let's put our finger on the 3, okay? How many bees did we say we had? We said we had 4 bees. So if we want to add those 3 ants and those 4 bees, if we have 3 ants to start, we're going to start on our 3. But if we have 4 bees that we have to add, how many hops are we going to make? We're going to make 4. Very good. Let's start at the 3 and let's make 4 hops for each of those bees. 1 bee, 2 bee, 3 bees, 4 bees. How many critters do we have in all? We have 7. Very good. So right here, next to the ants and the bees, we're going to write our 7. Very good. All right, let's go down to the next one. Now they want us to add our ladybugs, which were orange, to our flies, which were, what color were our flies? Green, right? Okay, so let's get our number line. Okay, and how am I going to do this? Okay, we're going to get our number line. All right, how many ladybugs did we say we had? We had 1, okay? So we're going to put our finger on the 1. How many flies did we say we had? 5. Very good. So we're going to put our finger on the 1 for that ladybug, but we have to add 5 flies to it. So how many hops do we need to make for each of those flies? We need to make 5 hops. Very good. Let's make them. 1 fly, 2 flies, 3 flies, 4 flies, 5 flies. If we add those 5 flies to that 1 ladybug, how many critters do we have all together? We have 6. Very good. So, right next to our ladybugs and our flies, we're going to write the number 6. Very good. You know what you're doing. All right, next one is our butterfly. Our butterfly was colored purple. And what color were our ants again? They were red. Very good. And my friends, if you want to go on and do this on your own and finish off, since you see how we're doing it, you may. I'm going to continue to work on with my friends. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at our picture. Okay. So how many butterflies did we say we had? We have 2. So I have to start at my 2, right? I'm going to hold it down here. I have to start at my 2. Okay. How many ants am I going to add? 3. So how many hops do I have to make for those ants? I have to make 3 hops, right? So my butterflies, I have 2. So I'm going to start at 2. And then I'm going to make how many hops for each of those ants? I'm going to make 3 hops. So let's start at the 2 and let's make a hop for each ant. 1 ant, 2 ant, 3 ants. And where did I land? At the 5. So 2 butterflies and 3 ants give me 5 creatures all together. Good job. So we're going to write a 5 right there. All right, let's go to our next one. Our next one is our grasshopper. What color was our grasshopper? Blue. Very good. So let's make him blue. Okay, and what color was our bumblebee? Our bumblebee was yellow, right? All right, so we are looking at, we want to add our grasshoppers and our bees. Hold on one second. Let Mrs. Rooney I need to get a piece of something to help me. Mrs. Rooney should have thought of this beforehand. I should have just gotten a piece of tape before. Okay. Thank you, friends, for being patient. Okay, so now what we're going to do. Okay, so we have our grasshopper and our bees. Very good. All right, so how many grasshoppers did we have to start? We had 2. So let's put our finger on the 2. How many bees are we going to add? 4. So how many hops do we need to make for those bees? We need to make 4 hops. So let's put our finger on 2 for the butterfly, right? Or for the grasshopper, I'm sorry. 2 for the grasshopper. And we're going to take 4 hops for each of those bees, okay? So go 2. All right, let's make a hop for each of those 4 bees. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did we land? So 2 grasshoppers and 4 bees give us 6 creatures. Very good. All right, our next one, we're going to add our ants. Very good. Let's color them in red. To our ladybugs. Very good, which we said were, orange. That was my mistake. Orange. See, even I make a mistake. All right, so let's start with our ants. How many ants do we have? We know we have 3 ants. How many ladybugs did we have? We have 1 ladybug. So let's start 3. And how many hops do we need to make for the ladybug? Okay, let's make 1, right? So let's start at 3 and make 1 hop, and that gives us 4. So 3 ladybugs, 3 ants, 3 ants, and 1 ladybug gives us 4. Very good. All right, we have 1 more. We have our flies, which are green, and we have our bees, which were yellow. All right, so let's see. How many flies did we have? If we look at our paper, we had 5 flies. So we know we're going to start at the 5 because that's what we're starting with. And they want us to add our bees, right? How many bees do we have? 4. So how many hops are we going to have to make from the 5 to add those bees onto our flies? We're going to have to make 4 hops. So let's start at 5 and let's make our 4 hops for those bees. 1 bee, 2 bee, 3 bee, 4 bees. So where are we? We are at 9. So 5 flies and 4 bees give us 9 creatures in all. If you are just coming back and you want to check your work, you can go ahead and check your work to mine. All right, my friends, great job working with our teeny tiny garden friends and your number lines this morning. Good job.